All right, welcome back. Now let me complain to you just a tiny bit more, because I just went over and checked, and sure enough, uh, the mix up, the technological glitch that I'm in, it's not allowing me to put in the actual title. And yes, I did. I typed in the title as normal, which is Daily Art Adventure 424, Plein Air Painting in My Studio. I did all that, and instead it's coming up as Live from Mevo, which of course is not at all what I want to record. But anyway, enough about my technological woes. We're just gonna have to live with it till I get it fixed, but I certainly hope I get it fixed. And let's just talk about art, shall we? Again, my sincere apologies to all those of you who are perhaps new to my channel, and you're wondering why I'm complaining so much about technology. Well, it's because my regular followers know I've got over 500 videos, 500 broadcasts that I've done, and now to be hampered at this late date is rather irritating. Okay. My technique, perhaps there is somebody here who's a little bit new to what I'm doing. Hi, Heather. Yes, indeed. We did indeed visit Memphis last weekend. Had a great time. Great time in Memphis. The week before that, great time in Detroit, Michigan. And next weekend, I will be in New Jersey, Shrewsbury, New Jersey. All of these are for doing weddings. Wedding paintings is one of the main things that I do. And by the way, yeah, Mercer, David, got your comments earlier. Thanks for commenting. And Donna Gordon and Schwack. Welcome, Schwack. I don't recognize your name. I'm glad you watched a little while ago. I don't know if you're watching again, but thank you for joining us. My painting technique entails doing layers of transparent acrylics. Then I switch to oils. How many stairs? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. Then I switch to oils. So I'll be in acrylics for quite some time. I do manage to slap down quite a bit of information pretty quickly using this technique. The early stages of my painting process are almost alarmingly fast. I'm able to get the drawing done very quickly, but then the whole thing slows down considerably in the later oil painting stages of the process. But right now I'm in the slap it down fast phase. And I know you can't. I'm already moving many things. It's unusual. Okay, so let me back up. I slap down. I'm using that term today. I slap down many layers of transparent acrylic interspersed with. That's important. Interspersed with this layers of opaque white. Now my acrylics are transparent because I've mixed them all, pre-mixed them all with, let me pick one up here, in these little pots, little jars. I've mixed them all with a lot of medium. I don't usually spell out which medium, but today this is what I'm using, Liquitex Gloss Medium and Varnish. Don't let the varnish fool you. It's really just an acrylic medium. It's not varnish in the traditional sense at all. You would not want to varnish an oil painting, I don't think, with that particular product. It is unusual for me to go to white this early in the process. Usually I do 3 or 4 layers of acrylic before I do any white. But I know at least one time I can remember where I did white second, like early, having just done one layer of transparent acrylics that I went. So I know I've done it at least one time, but it is rather unusual, and that begs me to say that all of us as painters and artists, we want to paint in the sweet spot of creativity. Sometimes I call it the donut of creativity. You don't want to get too stuck in a process, in a technique, in anybody's technique. You don't want to get too stuck where you're always doing the same thing all the time, because that freezes up your creativity if you just do the same thing every time, in my opinion. Okay, I know everything I say, you understand, is just my opinion. So in my opinion, you don't want to do always the same thing. But on the other hand, that's like being stuck in the hole or hitting the hole of the donut. You didn't get any dough, you just got all hole. On the other hand, you don't want to do wild and crazy creative things all the time, contrary to most of our common experience in college, if we were art majors. You don't want to do just crazy things all the time, because that you lack discipline there, and you're not working at the peak of your capability, because you're flying all over the place. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just going to leave it at that. So what you want to do is be experimenting. Hello, Heather. Are you in Mississippi, Heather? I think I recall that. Is that correct? I've never pictured you being in northern Mississippi. Perhaps that's where you are. Yeah, we were just across the border from you there in Memphis. It would indeed be delightful to meet. I would like to meet all of my watchers, especially you regulars. We have a strange, here in the internet world, don't we? We have a strange, authentic friendship. Is that a way to put it? Yeah, I consider many of you authentic friends. Speaking of which, I almost, my fault, offended accidentally. Well, anyway, I learned a good lesson last week, by the way. I'll share this with you. Last week in one of my broadcasts, I just got a little sarcastic for a minute, and I didn't think it was that bad, but somebody came back and rebuked me quite soundly. And when I went back and watched the video, you know what? I agreed with them completely. I was quite embarrassed and said, you know what? No, that's not the real me. That's not the true me. So, yeah, I was quite troubled and I was afraid that this person was never going to come back. But fortunately, they have. And welcome back. My point being here, I consider it's a strange world, though, isn't it? It's a strange world, because I consider you friends, and yet we've never met. There you go. That is the life in the world, in the internet world, right? So do we have a real relationship? Well, sometimes you hear people, and I'm sort of as alarmed as anybody at where is all of this technology taking us, Don't worry, I have plenty. Trust me. My wife and I, if you knew us, if you lived here in Raleigh and knew us, you go, oh, yeah, no, Dan and Nancy have lots of friends. We have lots of real physical friends. Don't worry. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. We're probably well above, this mostly due to my wife, well above the national average, shall we say. But anyway, I can get worried about all this stuff as well as anybody, but you hear some people sometimes say, well, friendships or relationships online are not real. Well, that's not really not true. They are real. They're not the same as flesh and blood, but they're real. They are something. Anyway, I ramble. Let's try to get back to painting, shall we? So thank you, all my friends. Yes, I am doing all the talking. That is true. I am indeed doing all the talking. That's why I'm the one who gets in trouble, right, David? Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I already have an idea, is I'm going to do the pencil drawing. No, you know what? I'm actually not. I just, again, just all of a sudden, I'm not in the mood to do pencils yet. I am going to take a break. I'm going to let this dry. Actually, for what it's worth, at the moment, quite like the way this is looking. Yeah, sometimes I think, if only this was my style. You know, if only this was what galleries looked for. I have a painting done in 25 minutes. Woohoo! $2,000, 25 minutes. Dang, that would be a good deal. But this, alas, this is not what I'm known for. So, but I'm going to take a break because I want to do, the next thing I want to do is some glazes and then go to pencil. Okay? So a little break here. I'll be back in a few minutes. Again, my title is not correct. This is not, what, Mevo, Live Mevo, something. This is Daily Art Adventure number 424. Plein air painting, quote unquote, in my studio. Thanks for watching.